Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me know how you guys are doing. You guys know that I love hearing from you guys. Also, if there is any scam comments in the comments, guys, please report all of them. I tell you guys, like, I try my best to moderate the channel's comments, but like YouTube just does not care at all. And there's just wait, like, by the time that I actually upload a video, it goes live, and then like the 5 minutes that it's up, like there's over 100 spam comments alone. So if you guys could definitely report them, for spam and things like that, that would greatly, be appreciated. But with that being said, let's actually just dive in and let's talk about a few things around Casper. So I am recording this a little bit ahead of time. It is almost like 5 a.m. right now. But in regards to Casper, we have been holding up pretty strong. Like, Bitcoin just came down to test like 19K yet again, and we're sitting at almost 3 cents. Like, this is absolutely insane. Like, I don't understand, how people are just overlooking this gem. Like, right now, we are actually at a pretty strong point. I'm still waiting to see if my buy range does get targeted, but I definitely have been adding in here and there, and it has been adding up. There's still a lot more left in store for Casper going forward. But today we actually have a significant topic to talk about in regards to comparing this and contrasting it with ADA. And then I'm also going to be talking to you guys about a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So let's move on. Let's talk about some things happening around Casper. So first and foremost, new listing, CoinSpot. We have just listed Casper. Retweet for a chance to win, $100 of Casper. Check it out. And you guys could go check it out right now if you want. CoinSpot, I actually haven't really heard of this exchange too much, but apparently they do have over 64,000 followers. I don't even know if they are on the exchange listing. Let me check if they are so that we can get some details around this. I personally would love to know, so let me go to CoinSpot. So they're not on the spot exchange list. Let me see if they are on the derivatives. 1 second. Nope. Maybe even lending. I don't know. I never really heard of them, so it's hard to say. So I'm not seeing them here. But again, it's all good in regards to where we really could see a lot of these exchanges actually bring volume to Casper. Again, you got to remember, small or large, these exchanges do pack a punch in regards to volume, flooding into Casper's token once it does start to move up. So I'm very excited for this. And honestly, we've been getting mass listings lately, like Qcoin. Before that, it was like a few, like I just mentioned it in my video from yesterday. It was like 6 exchanges in 2022 alone. Like, it's absolutely insane how fast they have been growing in regards to exchange listings. Now, also, I do want to share with you guys this from Casper News. If you're still wondering why you should build on, Casper Network, here you guys have it. You may find this info helpful. So, thriving ecosystem, developer-friendly language, powerful account contract upgrades, development tools, and SDK, client libraries. Honestly, I expect Casper to have a ton of growth in it in regards to development, growth. They are definitely centric on, giving developers all the tools that they need at their disposal to continue to move up in regards to, growing and also building. And I do think that that is something to really kind of know as well as we do kind of move forward on. Like, developers definitely, are the ones that really kind of light the fire on a lot of these networks in regards to, building out some solid use cases. And I've always said that Casper is probably one of the most developer-friendly networks out there right now in the scene. So definitely incredible to see in regards to really kind of spreading the awareness on Twitter. I love to see a lot of these accounts in regards to Casper News. I think that they are, yeah, I mean, they have like 1,600 followers, me being one now. So with that in mind, yeah, I think that just spreading the idea on how large Casper actually is, even though we are still pretty small in regards to for example, market cap. I forgot what the market cap is. I think it's like $150 million dollars. It's just truly insane how undervalued this project actually is, and we're actually almost at $160 million dollars. And this will probably change by the time that this does go live, but it still is something remarkable to note. And it's no surprise that companies like Metacast, for an example, are building out solid use cases around like NFTs, for example. We do see here it's been a great journey building on Casper Network with Casper Labs, and one we'd recommend to any other builders who are looking for a technical solution that hits the mark. And of course, they're quoting this tweet from Casper Labs in regards to them talking about some enterprise grade success stories, for example. They are mentioning like IPwe here, Metacask, and things like that. But yeah, I think that like right now when we really kind of look at the side of like the builders tab within Casper, like yeah, I think that a lot of these companies definitely proved the point that like listen, it's great to build on Casper. It's very welcoming, especially from a developer standpoint. And yeah, I think that this is great. And also, just so that you guys know, I've been seeing a lot of comments saying like, why would I invest in Casper when I can invest in HBAR? I want you guys to understand that like I'm, betting on multiple layer ones because again, the amount of money that will flood into crypto going forward, trust me, there's a ton of food at the table for a lot of these tokens to eat. And these projects are the ones that I'm paying attention to greatly because they are continuously building out. So to me personally, like Casper, in regards to its team and the development that we have been seeing lately, gives me confidence that Casper is going to succeed long term. And also, we do see here from COO Alex Altman, shared his thoughts on Casper NFTs and the blockchain itself. So let me kind of skip a little bit ahead here and really kind of dive in. So here we have it.
Blockchain is extremely important in the NFT landscape because it's the core technology behind it. Without it, it's just essentially a database that has to rely on a centralized system of trust. The reality is blockchain creates that trustless system, allowing people to easily move those assets across without relying on a single source. I'm a huge fan of the Casper blockchain. We work with them, particularly with their enterprise focus. We think that.
And also, just so that you guys know real quick, before I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. Like the NFT scene on Casper is still extremely new, but the use cases that I do see from the NFT sector on Casper is actually so diverse compared to most. Like we're actually seeing legitimate NFT use cases in regards to like the real world. Like for example, like the Metacask use case or even like the IPwe, use case around like patents. Like that's actually pretty huge for the NFT scene as well.
That the way they approach blockchain and the way they approach issues within the blockchain space is extremely geared towards businesses, which is very much in line with our goals.
And yeah, I mean, that is the truth. Like when we look at what Casper is doing, like they are catering to the business and enterprise grade area, all while still, welcoming in the retail individuals too by, having some solid NFT projects as well building out. Casper Army is one that I continuously mention. But I love to see projects that are kind of catering to both sides of the road, especially when you look at like the enterprise grade adoption area for like assets like for example like Hedera. I'm very excited for the future of this space when we look at like enterprises and even financial institutions stepping in once regulations are in play. And I do think that networks like Casper are going to be the ones to truly succeed because not only are they extremely developer friendly, but also you do have like predictable gas fees, scalability, and things like that. So again, technology stacks definitely do matter, same as teams and transparency, and the team behind Casper is pretty solid as well. I've done a deep dive in on their resumes, and I think that in regards to like the experience around them, it's a easy long-term hold for me. Also, I can't believe that I missed this. I don't know what I was doing back in May, but Accubits Technologies partners with Casper Labs to launch energy-efficient blockchain certification solutions. And these certificates are most likely going to be NFTs within Casper. And we do see Casper's network energy efficiency is impressive compared to other prominent blockchains available today. As a company, we want to promote eco-friendly technologies, and with this partnership, I believe we took another step in that direction. I believe that this is just the first step, and we plan to roll out many more great initiatives and innovations in the future. So I think that this is solid. We do see, Accurates. I'm hoping that I'm saying that right, or AccuCerts. So yeah, AccuCerts. My bad. I don't know why I said Accurate. I apologize. Is a blockchain-based certification, platform that offers digital traceability of the certification process for reliable and authentic certificates. Or certifications. I keep butchering it. I apologize. But I think that this is great. We do see the partnership strengthens Accubit's efforts to enable global organizations with energy efficient blockchain solutions. Casper blockchain's proof of stake architecture introduces a powerful alternative that significantly reduces the amount of energy consumed per transaction. And yeah, energy efficiency goes a long way. I've said it all the time with Hedera. Casper Labs is committed, to championing Casper's energy efficient standards that introduce a more environmentally responsible model for businesses. Beyond being a more ethical approach, offering a more energy efficient blockchain solution also, better meets the ESG needs that are, driving the actions of some of the world's largest companies. Accubits is a key partner to help make this more accessible to the organizations across India and beyond that are driving this movement forward. So yeah, I think that these partnerships, these use cases, these are what matters truly. Like, and when we look at like Accubits, for an example, they are connected to some large entities. For example, they are a full-service software development and technology consulting company that offers product development and digital transformation services to governments, tech startups, Fortune 1000 companies, and SMEs. I don't know how we missed this. I apologize for missing this because this is actually pretty large. Also, just so that you guys know, in regards to like business catalogs, they already have connections to like Intel and things like that. I haven't done a full-on breakdown, but if we go to their case studies, for an example, it does open over here real quick. While this loads, I will say this: this company, if we can really kind of get use cases like this going forward in regards to like Casper, which we have been seeing a lot of them going live lately, it's easy for me to see the long, road ahead. And again, it's going to take time, but to me personally, like the idea here for Casper is easily $1 plus. But we do see like some of the companies here in regards to like the companies that are tied to Accubits. These are some, small but large companies as well in regards to like where they are focused on. And this just continues on. You do see like some of the areas that these are focused on, like logistics management, vehicle counting, system, bank process automation, and yeah, I mean you guys can scroll for days if you want here, but the connections to this company are fairly large, and they are going to be utilizing, Casper Labs for certification solutions. So very excited for this, and again, it's focused on energy efficiency, so that's going to be adopted in fairly quick. Now, in regards to Casper's price, I'm still waiting for lower on Casper. I do believe that we will most likely test the 2 to 1.5 cent zone. I'm waiting very patiently for that in regards to where we would be in price if we do drop down to like 1.5 cents, for an example. This would be about almost a 50% drop from here. Yes, I do believe that that is actually possible. I think that like 30 to 40, for an example, is a pretty conservative range to actually drop to, which again is right under 2 cents, which is totally fine for me. The upside potential move off of that is pretty high. But, for the sake of the video, we have the price data that we need to really kind of look at the upside potential here. So I share with you ADA. So here is March of 2020. And then here is the topping point. Now, of course, back here we only had, some price data because we are on the weekly, for an example. But the all-time high back here was like $1.42. Now, yes, the fib levels are completely different for something like ADA. I could even share with you guys like Solana, for an example. But in regards to like ADA, this did about an 18,500% run. The fib level that it just tried to reach to was the 1272. It missed it by slightly a little bit. In regards to like even Solana USD, I think that Binance has the most price data on this one. So this thing did a massive run. It did over a 562% run. Almost, it was over a 500x opportunity. I don't know if we have I don't know if we could do the fib levels here. But for an example, on the run up here, this actually reached out just slightly above the the 2 fib level, as you guys do see. And then going off of, let me actually go off of this fib level real quick in regards to the top off of this and the bottom range here. Now remember, this is actually the topping point from August 2020 to roughly the December 2020 drop here as well. Now, Let's actually look at this. So on the high range here, we actually outreached well above the 2618. Actually, we came up to almost test the 3618, which is actually pretty significant. If we did that on Casper, for an example, I just want you guys to understand, like that is illogical. To be completely honest with you guys, like this is not gonna happen. But it is completely different in regards to like the fib levels on Solana. Like we actually have a little bit of a slight run to go off of. Like for an example, if we were actually looking at this, it would be more so like around this level that we would actually be looking at. This is like $116 Casper in the future. Is that possible? I actually don't even remember what the market cap would be at, so it would actually be a $625 billion market cap. I could see that maybe long term, but I'm not betting on that, anytime soon. But again, Solana was a completely different machine at this time. I don't know if this is actually going off of so this is actually going off of the fib based on log scale. So yes, this is actually pretty accurate. But yeah, I mean, this is like completely different than Casper. So I really wouldn't bet on the like 3618 being targeted anytime soon. Also, just so that you guys know, for anybody kind of confused on why I was going off of like the 130 level here, it's basically just the all-time high that we have on CoinMarketCap. But in regards to like similar tokenomics, like I think that ADA is one to really kind of go off of a little bit more safer. Sorry, let me go back to Binance. So here we have it. So this actually missed the 1272 by I think it's like almost like 40%. So it's actually almost 30%. So 32.41% that it missed the 1272 off of. Now, if we do miss that just slightly, we'll just say like 30% for an example. We'll actually get 32%. This would be sitting at roughly a price target of, and we could actually just throw this on the chart real quick. $2 and almost 70 cents. Now, to me, that seems pretty logical. This would be the overall market cap, so 14.6 billion, a 92x opportunity. To me personally, I think that we could see $3. This would be about a $16.2 billion market cap. Remember, at the height of the bull run, a lot of the top 10 tokens were at like over $100 billion market cap anyways. So to me personally, like this is actually not too big of a deal. And again, like when we look at like the 1272 at like $4 for an example, do I think that this is possible as well? Yes, I do think that that is actually pretty conservative when we look back on like other altcoins and their runs as well. I've actually said like Casper actually reminds me of ADA when it was actually nearing a bottoming point. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.